There are some unbelievably challenging times in our lives, and knowing how to help someone go through those times, it can be really hard. What do you do? A Tacoma woman used her own experience with tragedy to create a tool for those who want to show their support. Oftentimes, when someone we know, someone we love is dealing with a challenging life moment, we want to know how I can help. How can I help? What can I do? What can I bring you? You came up with a solution. So tell us about Give InKind.
Yeah, so Give InKind is a platform for organizing support through those challenging life moments. And it really started because our friends and family wanted to know how to support my husband and I through a big loss. We lost a child in the latest days of our first pregnancy, and we were far away from home. I'm from here in the Pacific Northwest, born and raised, UW graduate, very proud to be from here. But we were living in California, and so our family was far away, and they struggled with how to get us that practical support that we needed, right? That they would have done if they lived next door. How do we get them a meal? What do they actually need? What should we do? Can we get them a house cleaner? And so I thought, gosh, there had to be a better way for them to put two and two together, to understand what our needs were and to get us that practical support. And so we went out and built technology to make it easier to show up for our loved ones and send or give that support, whether we're in person or we're 3,000 miles away.
After the loss of your child, which I'm so sorry to hear that, what were some of the things that you needed that wouldn't really occur to someone?
Yeah, so it's so interesting because this was 2013 that we had our loss. And so we had Instacart, we had Uber Eats in our neighborhood, but no one else in the country did yet. And that was one of those pieces that we really wanted to put together for people. Everybody's experienced through these big moments, whether you were going through a loss or where the vast majority of people are actually using Give InKind for is bringing home a baby, postpartum support, surgery recovery, cancer support, right? The way our needs through each one of those moments they're personal and they're different, but everybody needs food, they need to eat, they need sustenance, they need rest, they need rides for their children if they have them at home. They need help getting to follow-up appointments, right? The lawn still needs to be mowed, the dog still needs to be walked. And so we're really fortunate today that we have so many on-demand services at our fingertips. And there was an article in the New York Times a few years ago that said digital gift cards for meals are the new sympathy card, right? Because when we are sitting at home and we're grieving, or even when my family was dealing with breakthrough COVID cases, right? We just needed meal deliveries. We needed help getting them, and we needed some support with that. And so things like digital gift cards for Instacart and deliveries through DoorDash are like the top two things that are given on Give InKind.
But it's not just the things, right? There's also a section on Give InKind for keeping friends and family updated with news and photos. Why is that such an important component of Give InKind?
Yeah, we spent a lot of time with families who were going through a pediatric cancer journey when we built Give InKind. And I wanted to understand what their needs were. And what was amazing to find out was that there were some other tools out there that helped with one thing, right? They helped with setting up a meal train to get meals, or they helped with just posting updates or just raising money on a GoFundMe. But the thing that we took away from that conversation was that those were all still things that you may needed to manage in different places. And so in putting it all together and including things like those updates, spent time with a pediatric youth advisory council for a children's hospital recently. And so a bunch of teenagers, right, who'd been through a health journey. And they said typical social media channels were too big. They were they didn't want to share their health journey. Just like, we had sort of moved away from sharing the play-by-play of our new babies on Facebook, right? It's too big. We just don't have that tight network anymore. So by allowing people to share these updates of that journey with the people who are following the page, the people who've been invited to, it really allows you to bring that community together, share the information that you want to with the people who are signed up to help. And again, keep it all in one place. Then you're not dealing with all the text messages. What's going on? Can I get an update? Can I get some help? Right? People can share those updates and keep it all together in that network.
Absolutely. And like you said, I mean, sometimes just having to share that information over and over and over again, it kind of re-traumatizes you. So what a great platform. Laura, I'm so glad that we had the time to talk with you and learn more about what you do. This is an incredible idea and one that will help so many. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And thanks to Lara for sharing her story.